Hello everybody, welcome back to Vermont Adventures in Gold Prospecting. Today we're on a river that's in the Taconic Mountain Range, not the Greens, this is the Taconic Mountain Range. And as you can see, I'm standing on a formation where there's a lot of these quartz fissures. Look at them all the way down through this brook. And as you can see right here, it's a turn. Now in a lot of my videos I'm going to be talking a lot about drop zones. Drop zones is where the gold is in any of these streams. I'm going to try to get down through here without breaking your neck. Also, be very cautious on this bedrock. I don't care if it's wet or dry. You can go and get hurt on this stuff. So be careful. Even if you're just an adventurer, it's slimy, it's dangerous. Look at this big bunch of quartz right here. Look at it. It's popped right out. So this particular formation is on the West Castleton Schistry. Came up during the Cambrian time. More stringers. So here we go. We got this big skid plate. Look at this. Big skid plate. It all slides off to this side. So what it's done, it's made a major gravel and sand deposit downstream, just a little ways where I'm working. This river has given up a little gold here and there. I just wanted to come and check it, and it's tested positive. Look at this big sandbar that it's made. Right along through here. It's 50 yards, all the way down through there. This all needs to be dug. Now what's interesting here, we do have a little drop zone here. We go, drop zone. Right along this whole edge. Right up along all of this schistry right here. I did a little digging here to see what was hiding in these pockets, and I have found gold. Here's some of the tools I use. Of course, the old pickaxe and pick. And I have this little handheld dredge. Turkey baster is what I call it most of the time. You hold it and it sucks the gravels right out of the real deep cracks. And that's where your gold's hiding, folks. It's 19.5 on the Mullen scale. This is my classifier. I use a smaller shovel. I don't get them big ones because sometimes the big ones don't get in there as good as they're supposed. This is the screen that I use, especially here in this river, because the gold is fine, ultra fine. So these are some of the tools that I use to get out here and dig around and scratch around in the brooks. And geology was right here, and these drop zones. I mean, it's just totally amazing. All of this gravel as it slides off. It's just crazy. It's a big sandbar. It runs a long ways. I mean, heck, I could even got a good spot to work in the wintertime. So another little tool that I have in my arsenal, I have just gotten, and I know Joe's going to laugh at this setup, but I don't have the water volume. I do have it here, and I will be working on that this weekend. This will just get some film to you. I'm going to be busy for a few days. This is called the Green Mountain Gold Trap. I like this. When you've got a good water volume coming in, this thing eats dirt like you wouldn't crave. Now, as you can see, it's still working. I just had to really slow my feed up, my feed rate. It's got a nice clean out tray where you ain't got to keep popping it up and down out of there. You can see how the water just rolls right down. The material goes up over that skid plate, right out the back side. It's just a great tool for my arsenal. I also know the owner, builder, marketer, Joe Moranville. I think very highly with him. We've dug. I actually went out with this with him for at least a month. We were out testing this. I wanted to make sure that this product was something I was going to carry in my store, which I do. I have these in my store in Poultney, Railroad Toy and Hobby, 105 Main Street. Got gold mining supplies, you name it. Come on down. We got old cars, trucks. A lot of places, a lot of fun. But I'm telling you, we worked a brook on the western flank of the greens, and just a good water volume in these things, you just eat all day. I mean, I just kept shoveling. I would come home with 200 pieces of gold. Crazy. Crazy how this works. So I've got a bunch of concentrates. I know this, even though it's running slow, And as you can see, the stratification gate, Joe says make sure that it keeps away from there, which I have, so I fed it slow. I ran about 14 shovelfuls, and I got at least 12 pieces of gold. So I'm pretty excited about that, to see what's in that trap. So over here, like I said, we were rock hounding, digging up some sediments. As you can see, I got some to go. So we'll be back to you in a bit. Hold tight. Alright everybody, well, I got back and I did a little clean out. I got 31 pieces of gold. Nothing too huge, but you know, gold is gold. I don't care what they say. I don't care if it's a speck to a chunk. We all would love chunks, but that's not going to work out on the Poultney River. As you can notice, I'm trying to kind of focus in so you can see how fine that black sand is. It's nothing like the western or eastern flank of the Greens. We're very, very... This is actually not too bad a gold for the Poultney River. I have dug all the way through this whole river course, and this stuff isn't bad. We usually get more like this smaller stuff right here. So this stuff, I did some rock hounding. I went pretty deep into some crevices and sucked it out with my little my little hand ball looking. I called it the turkey baster. So yeah, that's pretty good take for today. I was only out a couple hours. The weather did look a little uninviting, so I decided to come back home and do a clean out before I got too wet. But so here's a few more tools that I use in kind of lower water. I probably should have used this today. Kind of a smaller sluice, doesn't need a lot of water. This was a gift given to me by Scott Washburn, good friend of mine, good prospector, great guys, all of them, Rick B, everybody. Nelson Aliski, Al, Teresa Davis, Jeffrey Slade, Jason, I mean, right down the road, and of course my personal favorite, Joe Moranville, the owner of Green Mountain Gold Trap. What a tool. Today I didn't have a lot of water volume in it, but I still got 11 pieces out of it, and plus 12 earlier. So, you know, half of that gold that you just saw in that pan came out of this tool. Now, there's one thing that I really like about it is it has this little capture tray right here. You can see what's going on. I mean, it's just a really good tool to have in your arsenal. The Reaper is cool. I will be doing a review on these real soon, so people can kind of see the differences and whatever. So I don't need to get into that tonight. Well, I hope you guys had a good time watching, seeing how I do things. We're going to do some pretty cool geology up on a brook that we found a big igneous dike rock, and I have been finding gold out of there. It's specky stuff, kind of like same stuff we're talking here, this kind of stuff. But like I said, gold's gold, and if you get 100 of them a day, you've done all right, I'd say. So, like I said, thank you very much for watching, and our next video, like I said, we'll be doing some geology work and checking it out. Great thanks to all you prospectors out there. Thumbs up, heavy pans. Thank you.